After you.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pie Records, and I'm happy to be here with Surf Monster, and we're going to do a top 5 today, and they're going to give us each their top 5 monster movies. Take it away, guys.
Yes.
Steve. He's the head surf monster, so he has to go. He has to go first.
Do you need time to think?
Well, I'm going to go way old school.
Okay.
I would say The Exorcist, because she is somewhat of a monster, even though it's not technically a monster.
So old school for you is the 70s?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
when you were
Steve is young at heart. So.
Okay.
gosh.
I thought you were going to go back to, like, you know, Universal in the 30s or something.
No,
Yeah.
not Nosferatu or something
Yeah.
like that. Nosferatu, let's go with that. The Exorcist. Gosh. Probably Chucky. There was a movie in the 70s called Arnold. I don't know if anybody but me ever saw it, but I loved it.
Was it a horror movie?
It was a horror movie, and yeah, when I was little, it was a lot to take. Now we would laugh at it. You know. There's so many, I just can't think of.
You got one more to go, Steve.
Gosh, I don't know. The original Frankenstein.
That was Beauty.
He made it.
He made it. He did
made
it. Congratulations.
Too much pressure.
Devin, 5 for you.
5 for me.
5 for you.
So the first Godzilla film.
Yes.
That is an amazing film. I will digress very briefly. That is not like some really, like, you know, of course it's everyone thinks of it as some kind of, you know, cheesy, you know, cheap monster film. But there were actually important themes and concepts that were actually, the impact of because it was a Japanese film, so the nuclear, the atomic attack, you know, the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were made in that film. You know, there's anyway, you can go on. So it's more than just your, you know, cheap monster film. I just recently watched Curse of Frankenstein, which was a mid 50s English production. Really different, really from what you would expect. I really like that. John Carpenter's The Thing. Great monster film. Obviously, Alien is another one. Is that 4 or 5? I forget.
It's 3.
Let's do. So maybe not a movie, but I remember as a kid, The Outer Limits, the TV show. Had some pretty good monsters. I think that's 5. So
Okay.
So there you go.
If you say so. I think you talked about Godzilla so much. You think it's 5.
I have the DVD set, so I've watched like all the, you know, up to like 1970. I've watched so like Mothra and all those.
I used to draw pictures of Mothra on my high school books.
Oh, cool.
Not the covers, on the inside of the flap I used to draw.
Nice. Yeah.
Where it mattered.
Well, I've always been a vampire film lover. So the original Dracula, obviously the Universal Dracula in the late 30s. I loved Let the Right One In, both the American and the Dutch version. Super vibey. I was obsessed by the Hammer vampire films when I was a kid because they were bloody and I loved Christopher Lee. And also they always put, I mean, again, I'm like 12 or 13. And how many opportunities do I get to see women in nightgowns running around? You know, monsters. So there was that part of it. And then I think, you know, this guy, I just watched a couple, there's been a couple of, you know, Near Dark was a good one. And even I got a kick out of, what's the one that Roddy McDowall was in, the kind of comedic one?
I don't remember.
You know, you remember the title, though.
I don't remember the title, but I remember the movie.
Remade, but where they're outing a vampire in the neighborhood or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and Only Lovers Left Alive with Tilda Swinton was amazing, too.
Nice.
I thought of one more. So Zombies versus Cockneys. Great film. I swear to God, it really is a movie.
Who won?
If Desmond's adding, then my top horror film ever is The Stranger.
There you go.
Okay, okay.
Why not?
My top is and I give kudos to my Aunt Mary for getting me interested at a super young age. The Mummy, the original Mummy.
Oh, Boris Karloff.
Yeah. My mom wouldn't let me watch horror movies, so when I would stay with my Aunt Mary, she put all the scary movies on, and I saw all of them with her. She loved them, and so thank you so much, guys. Oh, I did want to ask you something, Mike. I just saw this new movie called The Invitation. Did you hear about it?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it yet, though.
If you like vampires, you'll like this one.
Okay, I will definitely watch it. It was already on my list. That's interesting you mentioned it.
Yeah, I just watched it the other day because I was hesitant. I knew it was. I didn't have any idea what it was going to be about. Going in, I didn't watch any trailers or anything like that. It just the cover just looked so cool.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, it's funny, but you said about your aunt. It's like my dad, because we had creature features in San Francisco with Bob Wilkins, so that's where I saw a lot of good and bad horror movies. And my dad was just like, "Oh God, this is crap," and he would just leave the room, and I'd have the whole living room to myself to watch these horror movies. So, thank you, Bob Wilkins and creature features.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys, for participating. I always love to hear what makes people tick, and I'm a huge horror movie fan, and as you can see back here, my little pinhead. So it's cool to talk to you about that.
Yes.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Pi Records. Really appreciate you for everything you're doing. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Okay. Take care.